I was playing Doom Eternal the other day with my Doomicorn skin. Easily the most alpha male skin you can use. I also realized that I can literally build anything, so I decided to build the Doomicorn suit. This was all made possible when I asked Galactic Armory for their 3D files for their Doom Eternal suit. I sent them pictures of exactly what I wanted to make, and they still sent me the files. I genuinely don't think that they believed that I was gonna actually make this. But now that I had the files, I needed to print it. I asked Creality if they would be willing to sponsor this build with some filament. So I sent them the exact same pictures of what I wanted to build, and they sent me 25 rolls of White PLA. And now I kinda had to build the suit. The Doomicorn skin is basically a white and pink recolor of the Doom Eternal suit, but with a unicorn head eating the helmet. And that unicorn head didn't exist, so I had to make it myself. And I wanted to bring this to C2E2, a cosplay convention, in about 35 days. But before I got to that, I needed to start printing. While everything was being 3D printed on my Creality SparkX i7, K2, and K2+, I worked on the unicorn model. I bought this Doomicorn figure on eBay and scanned it with my Creality Otterlight 3D scanner. The scan that I got was actually a really great mesh to model off of. I brought this into Blender and then scaled it down so the scanned unicorn and helmet would match Galactic Armory's helmet model. And using additional reference photos and in-game files, I spent a while modeling the unicorn. And the final model looked fabulous. I split it up into the main head, the eyes, teeth, and horn, plus an opening in the back for the fur. I then sent all of these parts to be printed, and I waited. I have all of the parts laid out here. Actually, there's a lot more on the floor. Almost everything is done printing, except for like the little nubs and bolts and stuff. All of the major body parts are now done. Then I started welding everything together. I used my soldering iron to melt the seams, a 3D pen to fill those seams, and then I remelted it again with the soldering iron on every seam of every part for the whole suit. If you guys are gonna do this, please wear a respirator. Be safe. I love you all. Alrighty, so here is the helmet and the unicorn head. I'm gonna go ahead and weld the helmet together and then try it on and see how it fits. Yeah, the tabs on the front under the chin and this back piece are limiting it from going on my head. With this going about right here, I'm gonna go ahead and trim the edges of the jaw down and this back piece off. Oh yeah. So I did buy a coping saw and I'm gonna use this to cut this apart. It's gonna be a fun time. And here it is, the torso. I might try it on really quick. Not bad at all. I have 26 days. Sanding is gonna suck. Then it was time to start sanding. So I used an orbital sander and a Dremel with a carbide bit to smooth everything. Starting at 80 grit, I moved all the way up to 220, and I had the entire suit sanded within a day. And here's the fun part. Because I printed everything out of white PLA, I didn't realize how insanely hard it would be to see what was sanded. It literally doesn't look any different from unsanded white PLA. I coated all of the sanded parts in filler primer, which adds volume and helps show where you have to sand the parts some more. Once that dried, I applied spot putty to all of the parts to fill in any of the cracks or small areas, and then I wet sanded everything smooth. I repeated this process until I had a really smooth surface on all of my printed parts, and then I did a final coat of filler primer for a super clean uniform surface. Once everything was dry and ready, I used a flat white primer and coated every single part of the suit since it had to be white. On the toy Doomicorn, the pink on here is actually like a little bit of a darker hot pink, and I found this magenta Rust-Oleum. It's pretty damn close. I'm gonna test this out and see what it looks like. The torso is dry and I now need to paint the pink belly on it. I just need to tape this area off. If we line the cod piece up, that's banging. This looks a little phallic, but you're catching the drift. The next step is for me to tape this off and then I can go ahead and paint the belly pink. It is now time to remove the tape. I was guessing that there was gonna be some issues in like the deep crevices where it kind of sprayed under. This looks pretty dope. Oh yeah. The legs and ankles had to be painted fully pink. I also noticed some small gray details on the belt parts that I had to hand paint. I also had like 100 resin parts that had to be sanded, primed, painted, and then glued to their respective parts on the suit. But once all of this was done, everything got a nice 1K clear coat. Normally I use 2K, but I didn't need a glossy automotive finish. And just like that, it's all clear coated. I need to airbrush everything now, and I'm gonna start going over and weathering the shoulders first. For the cell shaded look, I airbrushed black paint over almost the entirety of the part. I then went back over each piece and wiped it all off with airbrush thinner on a rag. So you kind of get this kind of grungy look, but it looks exactly like how the in-game suit appears. So I'm gonna scratch up this surface here, and then I can super glue all of the little nubs into each spot. Before I put the helmet together, I want to go ahead and do the fingers and hands so I can get everything off the floor. I got these gloves, they fit really nice, and I know that they're a much lighter shade of pink than these. But what I'm gonna do now is glue all of the fingers to the gloves as well as the hand plates on either glove. And then, just like that. I was extremely happy with how this looked, but I needed to work on the unicorn head. I was really excited about how it was coming along. The raw printed unicorn helmet looked amazing. I post-processed all of the parts the same way I did the suit. I did airbrush some gray to add depth and pink in the ears, but the horn had to be beautiful. So I sanded it down smooth, painted it black, added a 2K clear coat to it, and then Duralumin and a Golden God tint was then added to the 2K clear coat to make it gold. I started by making the visor out of a piece of acrylic and applying a one-way car tint to it. I then heat warped this and glued it into the helmet. I can see perfectly. 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 1 finger, 5 fingers. I'll let you guys wear it.
It actually looks pretty good. I can't even see inside.
But the helmet does get very hot since there's very little ventilation in it. So I cut a massive square hole out of the back and mounted a 12-volt computer fan in it. And what's nice is the unicorn head that goes on top of the helmet covers this fan completely. Do this, kinda. That looks perfect. That looks perfect. And the horn, this is incredible. Then I assembled everything. The fur, the horn, the teeth, and eyes. Absolutely beautiful. That is one beautiful unicorn head. I want to put it on the helmet, see what it looks like. Oh my God. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I've outdone myself. Now, the suit still needs to be assembled and buckled so I can wear it. I attached the suit using white backpack straps and buckles. I have all 4 buckles on the back as well as on the front. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put it on myself, but I'm gonna try. Top is buckled together. Yeah, there's no way in heck I can get the sides myself. But for the most part, looks super dope. The torso is now fully attached with the shoulders in place. I added buckles underneath so that they pop up through out of the shoulder and then under here as well so that I can clip them together like so. And then they hang down. Now, Doom Guy and the respected suits have these beautiful biceps, and I don't. So I 3D printed some with this really cool VariAssure prosthetic foam TPU. Each bicep took about 19 hours to print on my Prusa Core 1. I had to airbrush each bicep with some dark and highlights to make it a little bit more realistic, as well as making the veins a greenish blue. Now, whenever I worked with Emily the engineer and built the Doom the Dark Ages suit, we did the same exact method for the biceps on that. I attached each bicep to the upper bicep armor and used a white t-shirt sleeve to attach the bicep to the inside of the forearm. This helps cover any gaps while also making the arms into one solid piece that is still completely flexible and movable. I was getting really close to having the suit done at this point. However, I still needed to make the wings and the tail. The wings were made from a pink t-shirt, wire, and feathers. I shaped the wire into a wing-like form and then stretched the t-shirt fabric over it. I then had to glue over 300 feathers to this. I had to cover each wing, front and back, with individual feathers overlapping to make it look real. For the tail, I hand sewed 2 pieces of pink fur together that I cut in the shape of a tail. That is a tail. I stuffed it with bubble wrap and then put this bendable steel rod in. Now I just need to poke a hole in here so that I can run the steel wire up here and then hot glue it. These are the boots that I'm gonna be using, so I can essentially just paint these as is. All right, I've gone ahead and I've taped off the boots. Because it's pink, I can go ahead and put a coat of yellow on here to make like the hooves on the boots. I haven't really talked about the thighs. I glued the hard pieces onto foam. I then added these kind of cutouts on here to make it look nice. So these buckle into the back brace, and then on the bottom, I have 2 more buckles that'll then buckle into the calves to keep them floating a little bit, as well as give me movement. After all of this, it was ready to be worn. I did need Sabrina to help suit me up. Everything came out phenomenal. Almost there? What do you think?
I think you look like a furry.
I actually managed to finish the suit the day before I had to leave to C2E2. However, I had no issues at the convention. I was able to walk, take the stairs, the escalators, and I could move on my own. So I guess that's it. I want to give a massive thank you to Galactic Armory for giving me the 3D printing files to make this suit, and I want to give a big thanks to Creality for supplying me with the scanner, the printers, and the filament that made this suit possible. I put links in the description for everything that I used in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.